Hello everybody, Unabridged Gamer here with a new episode of The First Hour, where we take a quick look at, well, today, Star Wars Republic Heroes, and we decide if it's going to get a full review, or if it's going to stop right here. And yeah, spoiler warning, this one does not. No. Oh, Star Wars Republic Heroes. It's such a shame, because it's developed by the same people who made my favorite version of the first Force Unleashed, Chrome Studios. And you can tell because they even reuse some of the sound effects, and there's a very similar style of kind of floaty physics, but I don't know if they weren't given enough time, or if Chrome just didn't know how to design a game that was made clearly for kids, or what. But, oh my gosh, this game. I mean, it looks pretty good considering that you're basically, no matter what platform you're playing on, you're playing the PSP version. Seriously, the game is essentially the same across all versions of the graphics, and on PC, it looks the best, but also, unfortunately, the PC version was tied into Games for Windows Live. Yeah. And no one is asking for this thing to be pulled off of that, so, you can't save your progress. Which is why I ended up actually going a bit further, because I was like, okay, this is only supposed to be like 6 hours long, I'll see how far I can get in. And I actually got about halfway through the game before I was like, you know what, screw this boss fight is literally broken, I don't even know how to finish it. And that rather nails it on the head. It's not like it couldn't have been good, it's essentially Lego Star Wars but without the Lego part. And that could have worked, they could have made a kiddie arcadey brawler sort of thing, but weirdly, by trying to simplify so much of the experience, they made it terrible. It's like EA Battlefront all over again. It's it's laughable. There's some genuinely amusing silliness. And there's also some, oh, that makes me feel sad, because there's moments where you can see there was some heart put into it. There was some, like, we want to have fun with this. But then there's moments where you're like, you can literally unlock all the upgrades before you've even finished half of the game. And, cheat codes are actually easily unlocked, because no one cares. There's a life system, excuse me for the pun here, but for the life of me, I could not tell you why. There's no penalty for dying. You don't lose anything. I don't think you even lose points. And really, you just unlock points mostly to unlock cosmetic items. In theory, you could argue that, well, if you're a fan of the show, maybe you'd like it, but, it's based around the first season of Star Wars Clone Wars. Yeah, the season that was really bad, like the movie, that had things like the Blue Shadow virus and stuff like that. Yeah. There's still people calling Ahsoka Snips, and she's still calling Anakin Sky Guy, which still kind of, oh, it burns. Oh, it's painful. Plus, you can tell that while they got to use a lot of the models from the TV show and the art aesthetic, which lends itself well to being, ported to all these different platforms, they didn't have nearly half as much time to animate it. So, it's like if the very first season of DreamWorks' Dragons Riders of Berk was the animation quality for Star Wars Clone Wars. Whereas, even though it was a very rough start, the series at least had some nice polish in terms of the animation. That's not here. That's really not here, and it just doesn't work. This one is just, it's not worth your time. It really wasn't worth my time, but I just heard so much negativity around it that I kind of had to see how bad it was. I wanted to know how terrible it truly was. And it's bad. I mean, the clone sections could in theory work if they were built like proper cover-based shooting sections. There's a potential there, but it never really works out. And the same goes for the Jedi brawling sections. In theory, you could do something like you can jump onto droids and take control of them remotely. That's not a terrible idea. It looks stupid as all hell, but it's actually a neat gameplay idea, and they could have done more with that. And this is Chrome, who, as I said, they made a way more in-depth and lengthier version of The Force Unleashed on smaller hardware than the one that most people played. So, it's not even like they couldn't have thought up this stuff, it's just either there was not enough time, or I don't know. I really want to know what the story was behind this game. I know that's probably a weird thing to say considering how much I'm just saying, yeah, it stinks. But there's gotta be a story behind this one. Because, at some point someone was like, okay, we're gonna make a bridge between seasons 1 and season 2 of this very popular TV show, and it's gonna be our next game with LucasArts, and it crashes and burns on impact. I don't regret playing it because, as I said, I wanted to see what it all was about, and my curiosity is definitely sated. I'd say it's pretty safe to say this was going to be getting like a 3.5 out of 10, if not a 3, because just there's not enough about it that works. It feels like a game that's still in alpha, that at one point could have been a good game, but they never finished it. They got it out the door, it got a boxed release and everything, but it was not worth anybody's time. And sadly, this was the last time Chrome would ever make anything with LucasArts, which is a damn shame, because they should have. So, for all the cute little hats and the joy of getting to stick Princess Leia's hair buns on Anakin Skywalker's head, there's just not enough here to warrant playing it. There's really not. Even for kids' games, there are better options. I mean, Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens just came out. Play that. If you've got a kid, play that. It actually manages to nail vehicle sections and cover-based shooting, things I never thought I would actually say being in a kid's game, but still they managed to make it work and keep it kid-friendly somehow. And just, yeah, it does it so much better than this. So much better. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching, and if you'd like to see more of my videos, please be sure to click one of the buttons appearing above right now. And that's it for this episode of The First Hour. Got some new stuff coming up soon that I'm very excited for, so keep an eye out. Cheers, everybody!